joining us right now, Oriole legend, my good friend Rick Dempsey. What's going on, Rick?
Robbie boy, how you doing?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
It's great to hear your voice, man. It's been a while.
It has been a while, my friend. Now,
Yep.
Rick, you've seen a lot of things in this organization. You've been around since, what, the mid-'70s with the Orioles?
Oh yeah.
50 years, man. Do you remember an off-season acquisition that was as possibly pivotal as what we've seen this year with Pete Alonso?
Oh, man, I'll tell you. You know something? I don't know Pete personally, but I've watched him for a long time, and I think the Orioles could not have made a better move than they did by picking up Pete Alonso. I think he's going to be such an impact on the young players that the Orioles have. I still believe, even though, things kind of faded at the end of last season, but I still believe that ball club there, once they get it together, and now they have a couple of years of experience together, they're going to be a very, very tough team to beat. And he's going to have an impact on those young players. I think they're going to watch him. They're going to see how he goes about his business. He's always been a first-class guy, and I think that's exactly what the organization needed. It's a perfect move.
I agree with him. And with him and Ward, they've added about 80 home runs right away to the lineup. It's pretty amazing. Hey, Rick, what do you think about our young catcher there, Samuel Basallo? As far as his defense is, we know he can hit, and we're looking forward to him reaching his ceiling. What do you think of him defensively?
Yeah, you know something? I haven't seen him play a lot, so, I might be saying he is certainly capable of becoming a very good, maybe one of the better defensive guys ever. If he really focuses on it, blocking balls, calling pitches, that kind of thing. But a lot of that, like the calling pitches, now in today's game, the analytics, they go over what they want done before the game even starts. And so, it's like that. I hope they can, and it's my personal opinion, I hope they can get away from that going to one knee, because it's not about giving a low target. That's what you hear a lot of people say. But, when you go to one knee and you start off with the target, just below the knee, and then all of a sudden it moves up about belt high. I mean, that's where all the balls fly out of the ballpark. When you catch that high fastball, it goes out. It's not the low fastball. So that part of the analytical philosophy doesn't work with me. Everything else is okay. This is just the way they play the game. They want all of the numbers to be working in their favor, and that's the way they're going to do it, and that's okay with me. But I think this young catcher, he'll adjust. He's big, he's strong, he can hit. He's got a good arm, so I'm looking for great things out of him. And if the rest of the ball club and guys like Adley Rutschman, who's still my favorite player, but this guy can catch. He handles a pitching staff so well. And he gets back on track offensively and stays away from that disabled list, and the Orioles are going to be back on track just like they were 2 years ago.
Yep. Rick Dempsey joins us, Baltimore's Big Bad Morning Show on The Fan. Ed just asked you one thing, one position you're an expert at. I'll ask you another one you're an expert at. I give you Kyle Bradish, I give you Dean Kramer, I give you Trevor Rogers. That's what we know. 3/5 of the rotation is already set. How important is it for the Orioles to add not only one but two more pieces to that rotation?
Well, adding really good players to that rotation is always going to be a good thing. But I think the guys that are there now, they're having so many problems keeping them off the disabled list, and it just tells me, and I'm going to make an educated guess, that they're not really doing the kind of work in the wintertime that they need to do to stay healthy all year. You owe it to this organization and all organizations who are going to pay the big money these days to get you into that rotation. You owe it to them to be working out now. Rob, I did all the interviews before I left Baltimore, and I talked to the guys. So what are you going to do when you get home this winter? Well, a lot of them said the same thing. Well, we're going to go home and we're going to hunt for the first month. And then the second month, we're going to go fishing. The third month, we're going to come back and hang out with our buds and play a little golf or do whatever, And then halfway through that 4th month, they finally decide to start getting ready for spring training. No. 27 years I played, I was on the disabled list twice, and it was with broken bones, and you can't do nothing about that. But you need to start working out the day after you get home. You unpack the first day, and you start working out till you get to spring training. I mean, you got to put yourself on a good running program, which improves the quality of oxygen in your blood. And that's what really carries you to the end of the season is that oxygen. You got to get used to working out. Baseball is a very tough game because you've got over 200 games, 30 at spring training, 162 during the season, and then the playoffs might be another 20 games. You have to be prepared. It is a full-time job. It's not something you can take a couple months off at or even a couple of weeks. You got to get to it right now, and you owe that to the Orioles, and as does all major league players owe that to their teams because they're going to make you millionaires if you stay healthy and give what you're capable of giving.
Hey, Rick, this is a question, not about this team, just baseball in general. You've been in it your whole life. I'm curious about what's going with the Mets. I'm thrilled that Alonso is here. He was the guy I wanted. Too. I'm really excited to see him here. I cannot believe they got this done. But on the other side, what the hell's going on with the Mets? I mean, Nimmo was one of the fan favorites. He's gone. They lose Edwin Diaz and Pete Alonso on back-to-back days. I mean, those are two faces of their franchise. Do you find that unusual? Is there something else going on?
Well, of course. I mean, Alonso and those guys have been a big part of that organization for a long time, and they must have some backup plan. I don't know what's going on in their organization, so I can't give a qualified answer, but just watching what I have, I mean, they're perfect for the Orioles. These guys, they're good for their teams. And I know that if Pete Alonso comes and does what he's capable of doing, it's going to be a perfect fit. But the Mets, it's hard. They're in the National League, and I don't get a chance to really see much of what they do or how they run there. It's a good organization. They pay their players well.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
And they ought to be able to stay in that race for a long, long time, if not win it. The Mets were a hell of an organization in 1988 when we last played them. I was with the Dodgers at that time. We played them in a playoff series for the National League title, and we eked it out. Kurt Gibson and Mike Scioscia hit a couple home runs that really set us up well in that last game. And so, I know how good the Mets are, and the fans in New York are just like mega incredible. And they're tough when their team starts winning. So anyway, yeah, they're making some big time changes. They're taking some big chances with the quality that the Orioles have gotten from them right now.
There he is, Rick Dempsey. Rick, miss you, brother. I was not in town when you were in town last time, but next time you come, you got to let me know.
Oh, you got it. I always listen to your show. The minute I get in my car, I turn it on. I call you every now and then. Yeah. I haven't called you the last 2 or 3 times, but
hey, man, thanks.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Rick.